What's up, y'all? My name is Steph, and I saw this video on Instagram, and I'm just like, what? There's body cam footage of a cop accusing this girl of driving with a device in her hand, but come to find out that didn't actually happen. So let's just get right into it.
So we have court tomorrow for driving with a device in our right hand, but they just sent me the body cam footage, so I thought you guys might like a little treat before tomorrow.
Just it doesn't bother you, huh? Yeah, a lot of times you can.
Maybe it's different because I'm mature also.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, good morning. I'm Deputy Gasala with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. This is why you're being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean, I saw you with the phone in your hand.
Not. So you want to just call this a day?
I don't want to call it a day. You had a hand up manipulating
You just
the
said
phone.
My right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You
so
had a
you
hand
didn't.
up. The right hand. I saw you manipulate.
So you didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But I saw you.
You didn't see me with my right
hand.
Okay,
so are you
saying that you saw me with my right hand?
I know what I just said. I know what I just said. I'm asking you now. Did you or not have your phone on your hand?
I did not.
You did not have your phone in your hand?
I did not.
Hand to God, you didn't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
The other hand to God, you don't have your phone in your hand.
Hand to God.
Cool. You have your driver's license, registration,
yes,
and insurance with you?
That is honestly ridiculous. Like, y'all saw that, right? It would have been so much easier if the cop just stopped himself right there and went about his day. Oh, I'm sorry, let me just keep moving on. Because, like, what? He clearly saw she did not have a hand, right? But he continued to say, oh, I saw you with your right hand. Huh? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Like, be for real. That's the problem with a lot of cops, and I'm not saying all cops, but a lot of cops be having like a power trip. They want to be in charge so bad, and they can't admit they're wrong. That's exactly what's happening in this video. Like, he literally can't just stop himself, say he's wrong, and move on with his day. She literally showed him straight away that she could not hold a device, and he still wanted to keep going on. Like, what? Be for real. Be for real. I'm not even surprised, because a lot of cops do this. Like, they simply can't say, oh, my bad, I was wrong, sorry about that. Like, they can't do that. Like, their ego gets in the way too much. And imagine how many cops knowingly do this. Imagine how many cops they know they're wrong, but just to prove that they're right in some way, they're going to continue to escalate the situation. That's what gets people in even more dangerous situations, you know? But I'm glad that this girl, she had a good attitude about it. And I'm glad she didn't take it too seriously, because it's like, come on, be for real. She had a really good attitude about it, though, and even was like making a little joke, which good for her, honestly, because what do you even do in that kind of situation? It's true, a lot of cops will have this confirmation bias, and basically what that means is, oh, he believes he saw something, so even though the reality contradicts what he saw, he's still gonna double down on it. And that's exactly what this cop did. He saw she didn't have a hand, and he doubled down on it. No, I swear I saw you, no. And then he goes on to say, oh, she manipulate what? Her hand just popped up out of nowhere? No, come on, hon, be for real. She can't be holding a device and driving with the steering wheel at the same time. Like, come on. It's so obvious. And this just goes to show a lot of people can't admit they're wrong, and that's a problem, especially being a police officer. If you can't admit you're wrong, you're gonna end up in a lot more problems and even worse situations than you really need to be in. Why are we escalating the situation? It's really not that deep. It's like he still wanted to pursue it, even give her a ticket. Come on. You know she didn't deserve a ticket. Be for real. Also, a lot of the times, if you don't comply with the cops without question, like just do whatever they say, they also like find that disrespectful or can't even handle that. Like, they have this power trip and they need to feel like they're in charge. And if there's a lot of cops out there with that same mentality, there's gonna be big problems. It's gonna be big problems. But kudos to this girl, because she didn't even take it that seriously, because it's really not that serious. He should have ended the conversation right there and then, but no, he wanted to keep going. Come on, your ego can't be that fragile. Be for real. That's why whenever I have interactions with cops, and I don't have a lot of interactions, obviously. I actually have only been stopped one time while driving, and that's because my lights weren't on, but hun, I was shaking at the wheel. And I probably had no reason to be scared, but I'm scared. Like, I would be scared. I don't even like confrontation like that. But in that situation, I just was like, sitting still, cooperate, don't want no problems. And that's exactly how they want you to act. They want you to be respectful and comply without question. But at the same time, you can't let these police officers walk all over you, because he was still trying to give her a ticket for no reason. So I'm glad that she actually took it to court, because that was the best thing she could have done for herself. Instead of getting disrespectful or getting hyped with that police officer, she just went to court. And that's exactly what you need to do, because there's no point, and it's really not worth it to get disrespectful or get argumentative, because at the end of the day, that's going to put you in the bad light, especially if you're going to court. So always remain a good composure, because that's literally the only way they'll feel not threatened, especially like for people of color, which is actually crazy, but we're not even going to get into that because it's really dumb. But obviously police officers are like regular people. There's going to be, you know, people with certain biases and hidden agendas, and you just got to watch out for that. And that's why if I ever have an interaction, I'm always going to be, you know, respectful and stuff, but don't let them walk all over you. And if need be, take it to court like this girl did. And I'm glad she did that. And I'm glad she did it with a good attitude. Honestly, she reacted the best way possible, because if it was someone else, they probably would have been like getting mad. It's like, come on, be for real. Like, I know you didn't see it. But yeah, that's the thing with cops as well. If they feel disrespected or like you're not complying, they're going to take it to the next level. So you really do have to be careful out here, even though it's not right. And even though sometimes they're genuinely trying to find a reason, they're literally trying to find a reason for anything to make you look like you're in the wrong. And that's exactly what happened here. He could not take accountability. It would have been so much easier if he just said, oh, my bad, and just walked away. And that's all you had to do. It's actually so ridiculous. But let's watch the next video where she says she goes to court and whatever. So let's take a look at that.
So we had court this morning and dismissed. So apparently it was dismissed over the weekend. Yesterday night when I went and checked the time to make sure that I was going to be there on time, all that jazz, it showed dismissed, but I am not one for taking a chance. So I went ahead and went to court this morning and got a handy dandy paper that says dismissed. And you guys, I cannot make up the reason behind why it was dismissed. It says lack of evidence. Bruh, we knew that already. Okay. Also, side note, you can watch me on CBS mornings this Friday at...
Honestly, I'm glad dismissed, because that's the only answer she should be getting. Come on, it's obvious. I'm also glad that nowadays there's body cam footage, and I think every police officer has to wear one, but I'm not sure about that. But that's a good thing to do, because imagine if he didn't have that body cam footage, and if it was a different situation, it'd be a lot harder to tell, what really happened. Because in all seriousness, cops can put whatever they want on a report. They're human just like anybody else, and if they feel a certain way, they're probably gonna be biased in writing their report. You know what I'm saying? This one, it was pretty obvious, and I'm glad she went to court and everything and it got dismissed, because let's be for real, there's too many cops out here doing whatever they want and making issues out of nothing when it's not necessary at all. Let's look at the comments. This person said, ego. All Buddy had to do was say, I'm sorry, ma'am, I was just seeing things. Have a good day. So simple. Literally, how is it that hard? It can't be that hard to admit that you're wrong in a situation, especially like that. Especially when she has such a good attitude about it too. That's what I'm saying, man. It's all the ego. It's all these cops with fragile egos who feel the need to feel like they're powerful and like they need to use their authority. You know what I'm saying? Someone else said, you still need to sue. The bigger issue is these cops are lying. Your video reached millions of people. That cop needs to be fired, but the system needs to be corrected. And that's 100% right, because imagine if the situation escalated to a situation that's more dangerous. This situation could have been solved so easily right there in the moment, but the fact that it got escalated and the cop still wanted to pursue and act like there was a problem when there wasn't, that's a big problem. Know what I'm saying? Especially if it's in a situation that's worse than this and gets escalated quickly. Like, at that point, that's when lives are at stake. And, you know, because cops have guns, and if you say the wrong thing or they feel threatened, you just never know, you know. And that's a big issue, because this is a little situation, but imagine if it was worse. Imagine if it was a bigger situation and a cop can't admit they're wrong. That's when it gets dangerous for people. Let's see what this other person said. I sue the police department and that officer for allowing this to even get this far. Right. The physical and emotional distress, time taken to schedule around those hearings, the disbelief and exploitation of your limbs. The disbelief and exploitation of your limbs difference to prove your innocence. I think about 5 million should do it, right? $5 million? Okay, that's overdoing it. Like, it's not like... that's overdoing it. Nobody got hurt, you know what I'm saying? But there's still a real issue here, that cops be lying and escalate situations that don't need to be escalated. And that's the problem with these cops, having fragile egos as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.